Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen, Russell T Davies. Boy oh boy, he has come out and said that Doctor Who won't define his legacy. I bet it won't, mate. Well, I mean it will, but I bet you hope it won't. Because of course, what an absolute complete joke Doctor Who has been, hey? It probably will define your legacy, actually. Probably will. Probably will define it. So well done. Well done. And you were so proud of it. You kept saying how proud of it you were. I've come out and done this and I'm just telling my life and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's take a look, shall we? This is heavily comical, like I said. So I saw this, I think this actually released yesterday. I saw this floating around yesterday. But yeah, Russell T Davies says Doctor Who will not define his legacy. Right, okay, so now that you've like completely run it into the ground... That's, yeah, it's all good. Not going to define you. No, of course not. Well, I mean, as a writer and director, you are only as good as your weakest film, quite frankly, or series or whatever along those lines. And this guy keeps failing up anyway. It's very, very frustrating, but that's what happens. In the industry, it's just a shame. It's just a shame. So he says, in the end, my heart will always be with the things that I own. Why are you distancing yourself from something you were so proud of at one point? Like, when you were making it, you were well proud of it, mate. Well proud of it. Now, you're like, whoa! Not quite keen on that, actually. Yeah, sure, mate. So, as this article says on Deadline, esteemed British showrunner Russell T Davies doesn't think Doctor Who will be on my gravestone. Right. You know the joke I'm going to make, don't you? You'll be on Doctor Who's gravestone, though. Bah! Anyway, there you go. Bad joke. But it is true, right? Like, that's true. He's made such a cock-up of Doctor Who, he's killed it. Well done, mate. Well done. So the BAFTA-winning scribe has had 2 stints show-running the hit BBC sci-fi series, but told the big issue his legacy will be defined by the queer shows he created. Mate, you made Doctor Who a queer show. What are you on about? Like Queer as Folk, Cucumber, It's a Sin, and the upcoming Tiptoe. I mean, that's mad, isn't it? No, I'll be defined by the shows that I made that were gay. It's like, you made Doctor Who gay. I love Doctor Who, but I don't own it. It's not mine. So in the end, my heart will always be with the things that I own. Right, okay. So Davies said Tiptoe, which follows 2 gay men in Manchester on the front lines of the culture war, is the strongest thing I've written, describing it as a cross between cult Channel 4 drama Queer as Folk and his futuristic BBC series Years and Years. So, sorry, what? 2 gay men in Manchester on the front lines of the culture war? What is this? What is this? Sorry, I just want to have a look at this. We're doing a brief side quest. What's this called? So it's going to be a drama between David Mitchell and Robert Webb. It's a Sin creator. Davies is making Tiptoe for Channel 4, which the network describes as exploring the most corrosive forces facing the LGBTQ plus community today. So it is literally set today, and it's going to be about them getting pushback from shoving everything like this crap down everyone's throat and then having enough of it all. Is that what it's going to be about? The show follows Leo and Clive, who live next door to each other in Manchester. Leo runs a bar, Clive's an electrician, with 2 teenage sons. But just as life should be settling down, the world around them is growing more tense. What? Speaking at a Channel 4 showcase this afternoon in London, Davies said the 2 leads, who he described as big names, are lined up, just not quite signed yet. Tiptoe returns to Manchester's iconic Canal Street, made world famous by Davies' 1990s hit Queer as Folk. On Tiptoe, he's once again teaming with long-time producing partner Nicola Schindler and her Key Street Productions. So, what is this even about then? One of them's got 2 sons. They should be settling down, but then things go bad. Like, is this going to be telling a story of like some guy who has a wife and kids and suddenly comes out as gay or something like that. Because if so, that's not a flex. That's not a nice thing to showcase. That's awful, actually. But okay, whatever. Lame. This is just the things that we get these days, and this is what he thinks is going to define him. No, not really. Anyway, so that's apparently the strongest thing he's ever written. Sure, whatever. And he continues further. He says, it's the strongest thing I've written. I do believe Quira's folk cucumber, It's a Sin, and Tiptoe are the ones that will be on my gravestone. Again, like I said, your name will be on Doctor Who's gravestone. As the sort of culmination of its death, basically. So Doctor Who just aired its second season under the new Davies era, but all is not well with the show. Its Disney-BBC co-pro deal appears to hang in the balance. Ratings are down, and ex-Doctor Ncuti Gatwa has left under something of a cloud. Spin-off The War Between the Land and the Sea is expected to launch later this year. Davies simply replied, "Behave," when questioned by the Big Issue over the show's uncertain future. Well, no, that's a valid question, mate. Not exactly like it was incredibly well received, eh? 56%. Hot damn, that's bad. Yeah, that's real bad. That is proper bad. And everyone hated it. So again, you know, Doctor Who might not be on your gravestone, but you'll be on Doctor Who's gravestone, mate. It's so bad. So bad. It was just awful, awful reviews. Another season wasted on poor writing. I started out with the Ninth Doctor, whose anger and suffering was the good starting point of the reboot. Then I went through the first season of the First Doctor, and 60 years later, still found it great. Then I moved to the latest Doctor premiere, blah, blah, blah. Basically, just everyone hates it. So look, Russell, mate. Russell. Let's have a word with you, son. Let's have a word with you, mate. Mate. Russell. You killed Doctor Who. I know you try to backtrack, move yourself away from it all, but you killed it. Alright, you killed Doctor Who. You killed it, mate. Bad times. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have signed on to it. Bad times, mate. Bad times. So anyway, I don't have much else to say. This is just heavily comical, of course. Very, very funny, but there you go. It won't define him. Sure. But because you pushed Doctor Who to its lowest point yet, to the point where it's probably going to be taken off the air for a while, Doctor Who will be defined by you raging brainlet. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.